Hi, Millie. I'm back to do painting for you. Today I'm lazy, so I'm just going to do one of my kind of things I do. I just putting paint on, and I'm going to start with this color, like that. And this is an aqua. I think it's a pretty color. And then I'm going to also put some blue in here. And some yellow right here. See? I'm just picking up colors. This is just a fun thing to do. And this is a dark purple. I don't put much of that in here. Maybe I don't. It turned gray. It's that's not too good. I think that's gray. I don't label my paintings, you know. I just put them out there and I just paint. I go to all the trouble of labeling everything. And when you're teaching somebody, you need to do it. I'm just making a video, show you some things. I want to get some dark colors down in here, like that. Maybe to put some up there. That's kind of a gray, ugly looking, isn't it? I'm going to bring in my blue here like this. This is a deep, I think it's indigo. It's one of those kind of paintings I'm going to let paint itself, and hope that you like it. Maybe I'll bring in, I don't want to say that again. How about a little orange? It's kind of a sick orange. There you go. See? It paints itself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just letting it paint itself. And there's an orange. It's a little bitter. I'll put that up in here. Maybe down in here. This is aquamarine blue and aqua together. Doesn't do much for it though. See? Just do that. Wonder. You turn it this way. Sometimes I like to do it that way. I like to paint that way. And I'm going to get one of these, that's the blue, the lighter blue. My paints are kind of dry today. I didn't wear them down or put new ones out. I just told you I'm lazy today. I don't know why I'm so lazy. I don't know. You need to be my age. And you know how old I am, don't you? I've told you enough time. I'm 90. See, I'm 98 and I'm heading for 91. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. See how that goes like that? I think that's pretty. I'm not painting for anything special. There's an aqua again. I like that aqua. I don't know, something about that color I like. And I know this is indigo, and it's a dark indigo. I wanted some dark places. How about some orange? It's yellow, isn't it? Well, you think I can't tell the difference? It's right near the orange, that's why. Well, that's kind of pretty. Here's the orange. There. See, that's orange. I like to put it different places. And I like to hit it like this. More than, sometimes better than spraying. Just let it run down like that. Isn't that fun? I think it is. Gels this thing is on or off. It's on, I guess. I don't want to turn missing them. But today, my Bible verse is Colossians 3:23 and 24. And it says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ." That's one thing about my videos I'm doing. I'm doing these for the Lord, and I'm doing them happily. I don't get nothing out of them, but I like to do them, and I like to have you see them. But right now, I'm going to go back to see what I can do with this. I always bring in my Bible verse first because it's important, you know. God's the one that gave me the challenge, and I have to thank Him every day for it. This is a purple. I'll put it right in here. You know, a lot of times when I paint these things, I don't know what I'm going to get. This is just an abstract thing. It's kind of pretty though. And let's see what color this is. It's kind of a gold. I'll bring it down here like this. You see, I'm painting it that way, and then I turn it back this way, and you decide which way do you like it the best. I don't know. I think I like it up and down pretty good so far, and I'm gonna spray it just a touch. So these colors, they gotta be wet or they don't do much. They get a little texture to them, like that yellow. You see, I'm just doing an abstract today, and sometimes, you don't know what you're doing when you do an abstract. And I should plan it all out. And to me, I don't think that's much fun, planning it all out. This is really kind of purple. Put it over here. This would almost be a, I don't know, take this yellow, soften these edges a little bit, right up in here. It's kind of dry, so you have to work at it a bit. I don't know. I might leave it this way. I can't. I want this to be something a little different. Something like that. And there's my article again. A little bit of yellow in here. There's no chance of green. I like that right there. Well, here's some of those white spots. You know, the more I look at it, the more I think I like it like this. And I'm going to bring it, see what is it? Millie go right down here like this. I kind of want it a little dark right there. I have some opera too, which is very pretty. It's a little more, needs a little more to, if I add purple to it. Over here, see what it does? You put the color in, and then if you put it on thick enough, right here, right here, and then you spray it a little bit. Sometimes spray it this way, this way. To me, it represents, say, maybe trees or mountains or something like that, but it's not going to be anything. This is a mixture of purple and green. Put some over here. And I do have some, let's see, light blue right in here. Maybe a little bit right up in here. Here. You gotta carry them, the colors through. It could be almost like a mountain. And get a dark enough color. I like that right in there. I don't want to touch that. Sometimes you just work on something and then you put a mat on it, like this. So that you can see just what it needs. It needs some more, say, orange, maybe some aqua mixed with it, some reds right in here. So, I don't know what that's going to do, but I'm going to work on it with some yellow, orange. There's some over here. To me, I may decide just use my brush, come in here like this. I don't know. I put a dark color on it, and I'm going to come in here like this with these, make lines to break up the, should go this way, you know, should go this way, because everything's going up and down, and you kind of want something to go this way. Oh, it could be trees, I suppose. I don't know. I like to have one right here. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes you can just work on these things forever, and I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to bring in the aqua, because I like that aqua. You don't get much paint on these little tiny brushes. See there? Sort of looks like some forest, and then this reflects down in here. So I think I'm going to call that done. And I wanted to also tell you that I wanted to tell you about another verse in the Bible. And you know, I have an iPad, and I can look up all my verses in the Bible. And I like the one, 1 John, because it says, in the beginning was a Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shone us in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So I think it's saying that he's the light of the world, and yet people are living in darkness without him. Because if they haven't got the light, they're in dark, right? So today I hope you're not living in that dark area of life where everything you want is fame and fortune and money, beautiful homes, all that. But you know, the inheritance that God has left me in heaven, I have a mansion up there. God has said, and he's given me a mansion. And you know, I can see that mansion waiting for me up there with my 3 little poodle dogs that I lost. I loved them so much. You know, God is great. And if you look up my video on painting a real event, I painted what I saw when I almost died. I was up in death's door, and then I saw the door with God standing there in the shadows. And I said, "Are you God?" And he said, "Yes." And then he disappeared. And then somebody touched me on my hand, and I said, "Are you Jesus?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "I want to ask you a question." I said, "What?" He said, "Do you want to go back to that earth with all this pain you're in?" I had just had a brain operation, and I didn't say nothing. Then he said, "My child, do you want to go back to that place where they're killing each other, and they're hating each other, and so much trouble?" And I thought, well, Jesus, you came to this earth, and look what happened to you. They hated you so much, he put you on a cross. You died for all the sins of everybody in this world. Can you imagine having all that sin put on you when you're sinless? That's what Jesus did for us, so that we could be saved by believing in him. You know, I hope today that Jesus didn't die in vain. I hope he died because he loves us so much. And you know, we need to love him back. But look what he's given to us. He's given to us a life. A life that we can do what we want to. And if we choose the dark side, then it's too bad. But I hope you choose the light. It's the light of the world. And I guess I've preached on enough. But if you want to leave comments, I leave my email address. And all you have to do is write me on email. I get some nice comments. And I love them because, you know, I'm doing all this all by myself at 99. Oh, no, it's 99. Oh, well, I won't be 99 till next April, but I feel like 99 sometimes. God gives me the strength to paint this. He asked me to paint it. And he knows how these videos go all over the world, and people see them all over the world. And I hope that you will watch my videos and think about me. I set the camera up, and I aim it to the painting, and then I paint, and then I put it on the computer, and take off the pictures, and then I edit all the pictures and make a video, and I have a channel, a YouTube channel I put them on. So I hope you would appreciate it. And I do it, like I said, heartily, heavily. It's a joy of my life. Painting is a passion. You know, if you're not painting and you're an artist, even if you're not an artist, pick up a paintbrush and you'll be surprised how happy you get, how joyful it is. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to create. And so today I leave you with this word. Consider all I've said. And in your heart, take Jesus as your Savior. Because I want to see you there when I get to heaven. So, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it, all that you do. Now that's just a simple little thing. It isn't really much, but you see, I'm representing the light and the darkness of the world. But the light here is reflected, so we can see. And it could be a bunch of trees. I don't know what it is, but I like it just because it's just a simple thing. And it was so much fun to do. You saw me just put the paint on, and that's what you can do. So I'm going to leave you now, and God bless you all out there. Thank you for watching.